and in this video we're going to talk about multiple ISP WAN connections and failover for the SonicWall Gen 7 firewalls. Today we're going to focus on redundancy, as it is what I see most commonly requested or talked about in our configuration projects at Firewalls.com. However, having multiple WAN connections not only benefits you by adding network redundancy, you can also achieve load balancing, optimize performance, and enhance security. We're talking about business continuity, optimized traffic routing, ISP redundancy and failover, secured segmentation. The list goes on and on. But let's get started with a basic 2 WAN configuration with basic failover.
Alright, so let's jump in. This is my 370 wireless lav box, my firewall that I use for videos. We're going to head over to network. On the left side you'll see system interfaces, and here I want to point out that I have 2 WANs pre-configured, X1 and X2. I labeled X1 as my default WAN and X2 as my backup WAN. Never mind the IP addresses. This is a YouTube video. I do not want to put any public IP, so I just kind of made up some numbers there. So let's head over on the left side again. Right under interfaces you'll see failover and load balancing. Click there. We are going to turn on enable failover and load balancing, and we're going to hit on respond to probes. Hit accept. Next is the groups. Here you'll see default load balancing group. We're going to edit this. Like I said in the introduction, this is a basic failover. Here you'll see the options for round robin, spillover, and ratio load balancing. But let's do basic failover. X2 is my other WAN. Now this is the order that it would fail over. So say we wanted X2 to be our primary ISP WAN connection and X1 to be the failover. You just click on X2 and move it up with this arrow down here. You organize them in order. Now you can have as many WAN connections as you'd like. I have seen networks where they have up to 4 WAN connections, where they might use one for the VoIP. They might use one for the VPN tunnel to the cloud, or whatever they like to do. Typically we see 2. Let's go ahead and move X1 back to the top. So X1 is our default primary and X2 is our backup, our secondary WAN connection. I'm going to click on probing, and I'm going to make sure this is turned on. This is so it can ping to this address here. If it cannot ping to this address, it'll fail over, something's wrong. Let's go back to general here. I want to highlight this section here. Preempt and fail back to preferred interfaces when possible. What does this mean? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. If X1 becomes available, it'll go back to X1. Alright, so let's hit OK. And then the last step here is statistics. This just tells you your traffic. You can reset it and it'll tell you the traffic per interface. Before I go, I want to point out a couple things. One is that I advise that you have your WANs connections with different ISPs. Now, why would you pay the same ISP for 2 WAN connections? What happens if they go down? You lose all internet. Your WAN goes down. It's better to have 2 different ISP providers. That way, if ISP from X1 fails, they have an outage, something happens with their equipment, you can fail over to the other company, the other ISP, and continue your business. Another thing to note is the policies. Are you tying them to interfaces? If you are, you might want to reconsider that as you add your default load balancing. If a policy is tied to X1, when you fail over to X2, you no longer have X1, so that won't work. So consider that not only your ACLs, but also the your VPNs are tied to gateways. So make sure that you have that configured correctly.
Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Please subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you at the next one.